Oh well. For some reason, YouTube does not like me to use my headset, but it works everywhere else. Let's do a little sound check, if you will. Anyone out there? You could just put in the chat a simple 3-letter word, yes, if you can hear me. That would be awesome. Check, 1, 2, check. All right, I'm just going to get to it. Whether you can hear me or not hear me, I'm still going to do it. My volition is to do a public live stream. That's what this is. And if the audio isn't working, it isn't working. I've done what I came here to do. So the title of this video is basically how to be successful using quantum grammar, how to guarantee that success when you use it. Now, those of you who are regular viewers of this channel already know how to do this. Well, I think you know what I'm going to say. But as to whether you actually know how to do it, that's a different story. How do you guarantee success using quantum grammar? Well, get closure on the grammar. Become confident in using it. Know how to create a mathematically certified sentence forwards and backwards with no particles of negation in the facts, with correct positional sequencing, with the verb in the correct position. All of those mechanics. Use the correct postal mechanics, banking mechanics, flag mechanics, grammar mechanics, all that stuff. Use all that stuff. That's how you guarantee success in using quantum grammar. But there is a little bit more to it. There is a little bit more to it that I found when I first started this journey in 2017. I got out my very first notebook that I started in the summer of 2017 and started looking through some of the stuff that I had written down in there. And I'm sure that my mindset is the same as a lot of your beginning students out there who don't know anything about this, because we all came from a fiction base. So one thing I've found in 9+ years of doing this is that correct sentence structure, communication, PARSE, syntax, grammar can pretty much be guaranteed successful if you have closure on the grammar in stopping bureaucratic trespass. And doing it through your mailbox, or what some folks would call a federal postal court. It's basically your mailbox. The overarching theory or idea or concept behind these mechanics is this. If you go into a fiction court, a foreign vessel in dry dock, and you study the way they do things. They use stamps, right? They use bullet stamps or whatever stamps. They use their documents. They have a format. They have to pay a fee for freight, i.e. a filing fee, and all these different things to move these dockets around. It's the same thing for you. You can do the same thing in the fiction or in the fact if you use correct sentence structure, but you can do the same thing using your mailbox. We're going down to your postal station and using a postal clerk as your clerk of court. They're basically a custom clearinghouse broker. And they can facilitate all of these things if you use all the correct mechanics on your documents. Again, if you're using correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar. So those are the two most important things, overarchingly, to have guaranteed success using quantum grammar to stop a trespass. Know the grammar inside and out so well that you can teach another person on the spot under duress. Or number two, stopping a bureaucratic trespass. Now, there are some elements that you must have in place before all of that. And that would be, number one, a correct live life claim, a correct claim of the live life. It must have correct grammar on it. It must have correct witness mechanics on it. Now, how do you know if the grammar is correct on your live life claim? Well, if you don't have closure in the grammar, you don't know if it's correct. Someone can tell you it's correct, but do you trust them? Do they know what they're talking about? Do you just take their word for it? Well, me, I like to know myself. So that's why I always get closure on something myself. I rarely ever take anyone's word for anything. I need proof. So therefore, you would learn the grammar yourself so that you know for sure in your mind, you are confident that your live life claim is 100% grammatically correct. Now, the three witness mechanics, very, very important. Very important. If you have less than three witnesses, it is not a correct claim of the live life. Incorrect sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar. These guidelines were laid out by David-WYNN, Miller, based upon, in the fiction, what we would refer to as trust law. One is opinion, two is certification, three is authority. So why are there three live life claimant witnesses, three or more live life claim witnesses on your live life claim? What is that purpose? The purpose of that is for them to confirm, to verify that you are a living, breathing creature, that you exist, that you're here, that you're not imaginary, you're not fiction. So potentially, not that I doubt this has ever happened in history, but potentially the reason is that if someone challenges you and says, your live life claim is wrong, you are not that punctuated name, that is not who you are, well, you can get a hold of these witnesses on your live life claim and they can come forward and vouch for you and say, no, I've met Jason. I know he's here. I put my thumbprint on his live life claim. I can certify that he's a living, breathing creature. That's the purpose. Now, you can have as many live life claim witnesses on your live life claim as you want to. You just can't have less than three. If you have less than three, it is not a correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar, live life claim. It's something else. Something else entirely. Another thing about the live life claim that I'd like to bring to your attention, at the very, very bottom of the document, there's a little section at the bottom, probably in 8-point font. That's the copyright copy claim section. If there is more than one name down there, in other words, if your name is in it and someone else's name is in it, then that means that that other person has possession of 50% of the copyright copy claim of your punctuated name and your live life claim. If there's 3 names down there, then each of you possess a third of that live life claim. Bottom line is you don't possess 100% of that live life claim. Someone else does, if there's more than one name in the copyright copy claim section. I know there are those of you out there that this is the case. And I'm pretty sure you don't know what's going on in that respect. Otherwise, why would you ever agree to someone else owning basically 50% of your live life claim? Why? When you can have 100% of it. It's just like the fiction birth certificate, the adverb, verb, adjective, pronoun, name that's on there. The fiction owns that. I don't own it. I don't claim it. It has nothing to do with me. Also, the witnessing mechanics on the live life claim. Very, very important. No one can be a witness on your live life claim if they've never met you, if they've never seen you, heard you, had a conversation with you. How can they witness you? What is a witness, folks? A witness is someone who, through their senses, witnesses an event. They perceive an event, something that happens. You call witness to the witness stand. Yeah, I saw this happen. Yeah, that's the guy, whatever. How can you have a witness if they've never met you? Now, a very convenient way to witness people for a live life claim in this day and age is to do a Zoom call or a Google Meet call or a Skype, and then you look at each other and hear each other and communicate with one another through that platform. And so you can witness someone and say, yeah, okay, I see you're a real living, breathing person, and then you can mail your live life claim to them, and then they can autograph, thumbprint it, and send it back to you, and now you have a witness. If they're a live life claimant, they have to be a live life claimant in order to do that. You have to have a correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, live life claim in order to be a witness on someone else's correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, live life claim. And the grammar mechanics must be correct. And all the other stuff that I said. So all that having been said, that's how a correct live life claim would be used as the foundational document of your quantum grammar construct, which then, if you know the grammar inside and out well enough to teach it to someone else, pretty much guarantees your success in stopping a bureaucratic trespass. It's that easy. It's that simple. I don't mean simple as in terms of work, because it's a lot of work. And I know from 9+ years of doing this that 99% of you out there watching this video, whether you're watching it live or watching it later, 99% of you do not possess the work ethic to do this, or do not possess the motivation to do this. You need a reason to do it. You need a reason to invest in it. And so far, that reason hasn't presented itself to you. Folks, I cannot count the emails I've gotten from people under duress, freaking out. They're coming to take my house. They're coming to take my kids. I'm going to lose my entire life because of a DUI. I'm going to, in the middle of stuff. And then they want to learn this. That's the absolute worst time to learn it. It's not going to happen. And then they want me to help them. And then they say, oh, I'll give you a payment out of the settlement later after we win. No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That would be like someone coming to you asking you the same thing. Would you be able to take that much time out of your daily schedule to help someone else with a case and not get paid for it? It doesn't work that way, folks. Rule one, rule equal. So that's why I say it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. All right, I had a fellow ask me the other day. They don't understand how quantum grammar works in the fiction, foreign vessel, and dry dock legal system. Like how does that work? And so many people have come to me and say, go ahead and try it. It doesn't. The system won't recognize it. Well, of course they won't recognize it. Yeah, I know that. Duh. The reason why, one of the main reasons why correct sentence structure is so potent and successful in stopping a bureaucratic trespass is because the fiction legal system is rotten to the core from the beginning, from the nativity root of it. It was built on a rotten foundation. No matter how many do-gooders try to become a lawyer, or whatever, it's built on a rotten foundation. So anything they do, it doesn't matter. It's still part of that rotten system. It's not fair at all. It's arbitrary. Yeah, once in a while, a rapist will get what's coming to them. A child abuser will get what's coming to them. A murderer will get what's coming to them. But then just as many times, they don't get what's coming to them. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing fair about the justice system. There's nothing just about it. It's all arbitrary. Prove me wrong. You can't, and you won't. What correct sentence structure does is, if you know what you're doing, it creates a geometric level playing field of contract. It provides that, and it invites everyone to come up to participate with rule one, rule equal, with the balance of the honor and the grace, to contract using a mathematically certified method of communication with facts that can be certified. The fiction system doesn't want anything to do with that type, because there is no wiggle room on a geometric level playing field of contract. If this is the geometric level playing field of contract of correct sentence structure, this is the legal system with the judges and everybody up here, and then you're down here. They're always looking down at you. They always have the high ground. They always have the advantage, no matter what. Now, you can pay fiction funds to gain the illusion that you have some sort of advantage or you get some sort of win. That can happen. You can notice throughout history that those that have a lot of money and they've been brought up in the legal system on some sort of charge, they don't really get what's coming to them because they pay a lot of money into it. But this is how the system exists, through sucking the money out of every which way. So that, in the end, that answers the question, how does quantum grammar work in court, the foreign vessel and dry dock? It creates a geometric level playing field of contract. When you walk in there, if you do, you void all the boxes and planes. The well of the court is where you stand. That becomes your geometric level playing field of contract, because the 1 by 1.9 Title IV flag is the flag of the land during the time of the contract. The correct grammar flag. And then that takes jurisdiction over everything. And they will not contract with you at all. Of course, they can force you off of there if they want to. Most times they don't. Most times they just vacate, filibuster, ignore you, talk over you until you leave, or they leave and take a recess. But they will never, ever step onto that geometric level playing field of contract. Never, 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 never. Of course, we hear stories about David-WYNN, Miller, and Russell-J. Gould talking about judges taking their frilly black dresses off and coming down and sitting on the geometric level playing field to share the secrets of judge mechanics. Yeah, that sounds all cool and flashy and nice, and I certainly would not pass up the opportunity if that appeared to me at some point. If that appeared to me that a judge would come down and do that and share their fiction bar association knowledge with me, certainly I'd be open to that. But in the end, it really doesn't matter, because secrets don't apply to correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar, because if it's going to be a geometric level playing field of contract, there can be no secrets. Everything's out in the open. Everything's on the table. Everybody has equal opportunity to function in contract. Contract is by consent. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is how quantum grammar works. And this is why the fiction system will not have anything to do with it. All right, back from a brief intermission. Now we'll go into the Q&A portion of this live stream. If there's anyone out there who has any questions, go ahead and sack up and throw your question in the comments field, in the chat field, and I will answer the questions. I've already gone over how to guarantee your success using quantum grammar. That was the first half of this stream. Now we can have some questions on that. If you have any questions, would definitely suggest that you avail yourself of that if you're serious about learning this grammar. I'll take this time also to let you know that there's an ongoing course on my channel that I just started last month or the month before, recently just started, called Cosmosity. And it's basically a correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar, collegiate curriculum. And I'm doing it in a way that's very unique, and I don't think anyone's ever done this before. I've structured the videos so that the viewer can listen to them as audios. My headset was working. How do you know that? And where were you a half hour ago, bro? What the hell? I guess you just had trouble finding your mic. But thanks for letting me know. Anyways, as I was saying, and so I've created a tier 3 membership for folks who want to experience that. And I'm also putting on supplementary materials, study materials on there for those serious studiers. And I've gotten a few people in there who are taking the course and they love it because it's very focused. Like I have over 1,400 videos on this channel. All of my correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax knowledge is free to you, the public, on this channel. The videos I've created, published, edited, put the work in over the last 9+ years, all here for free for you. But it's up to you to wade through that shit and to learn yourself. I'm not your guide. I'm not going to babysit you. It's up to you to do that. That's why it's free. But if you want me to focus your attention and help you in that way, now there are 2 ways to do that. The first way, and the best way, the most efficient way, is to actually take personal workshops from me. And you can do that by emailing me at jasonmatthewg17@gmail.com. I'll set up a 10 to 15 minute video consultation. It doesn't cost anything except for your now space, where we can look at each other face to face, and you can ask me whatever you want and see if this is actually what it is for you. You know, that you want to do this, that this is something you are capable of doing. And the second option, which is the new option, is to take this Cosmosity course, which I think I have 4 main videos, 4 classes so far. I don't know how many classes there's going to be, as many as it takes, actually. I talk about the origins of how you create contracts, correct sentence structure, how it works, why it works, so on and so forth. And then I go into creating a correct sentence structure, creating dictionaries. I go into PARSE and syntax basics. I think that's where we are so far after 4 videos, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 4 or 5 hours of stuff so far. Now, my vision is to, when I finish the course, all the main videos, then I'm going to take it down off of YouTube. I'm going to eliminate the tier 3 membership. And then I'm going to package that together, those videos, and then put them online in a different location, so that in a bundle, so that people want that value, they can come in and get it. Rule 1, rule equal. What you put in is what you get out. What I think those videos are worth, that's what you'll donate. And if you don't want to donate, you don't have to. You can just come here and learn for free on these 1,400 videos, because everybody prefers free stuff, don't they? Everybody, not everybody, but 99% of folks want an easy road, don't want to put the work in, don't want to invest. They just want it to come to them for nothing. But they're going to find that that doesn't really work. It doesn't really work out in the end. To take, you have to give, period. I've found that out many, 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 many times. That's why I give you all of these free videos on this channel with my knowledge. I don't hold anything back. There are no secrets on this channel. It's all out there. And anytime, and this hasn't happened in a long time, but anytime someone brings up a topic that I haven't covered, or I don't think I've covered on this channel, I'll create a video and cover it and put it out into the public. Or if someone sees a mistake and they can prove that it's a mistake, they can show me where I'm wrong, I will correct it and publicly stop and correct and put a video out. It doesn't matter to me. I cultivate humility. I'm not a leader. I'm not trying to take over anything. I don't own anything. I'm a steward and a tutor, and I'm helping those who want to be helped. I'm helping those who are serious about this stuff. I know that's a hard concept to grasp, but it's a different mindset for sure. I don't know who Karma was talking about or what they're talking about. But anyways, if anybody has a grammar question, if anyone has I'll gift 5 subscriptions if someone actually asks a grammar question that has value, that has to do with quantum grammar. I will. I bet no one will step up and do that. No balls. No one will do it. Yep. See, as soon as I call people to the carpet, they run away. Happens every time. Happens every time, folks. It's the go-to when I want to end the stream. I start asking things like that, or putting throwing the ball into the viewer's court. They're like, no. We don't want to come into the light. That's okay. That's why this grammar will only work for those who are the 1% of the 1% of the 1% who are not afraid to do that. They're tired of being pushed around. They're tired of being controlled. They want to be stewards of their own contracts. Those are the folks that are going to step up to the plate and actually do something about it. The rest of you are going to probably continue to look at whatever you're looking at on YouTube having to do with sovereignty and common law and whatever else, affidavits, whatever else in the fiction, or you're going to end up paying some other person that you feel has some sort of position or stature, and you're going to get what you get and not throw a fit. Those of you who joined me, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate that. Those serious studiers out there, I especially appreciate you, Tier 3 members. Loyalists, contributors, thank you for your support. The loyalists, the Tier 1 channel members, thank you very much for your support. Your support is actually what keeps me coming back here. And the rest of you, subscribers and likers or dislikers, I also appreciate you. It always helps with the algorithm. And as always, que sera, sera, caveat emptor.